championships last year.
Yeah.
And you were the scouting. Did you ever think his game would translate to the North American?
It's probably not fair for me to answer that because they played in the other pool. They were in the other Ostrava or whatever the other city was, and the only time we saw the Russians was in one pregame or pre-scout, and the game that we played against them in the final, and it was a little bit of a lopsided game. He didn't have the puck a lot, but whether I believed it was going to happen or it wasn't going to happen, it happened. It's translated. And, I said yesterday to our media, it looks like they have two Patrick Kanes on one line now, which makes it that much more difficult for the rest of the league.
What did you learn from that first game in Chicago? Because you guys had a lot of possession, you had a lot of shots, came up short, but what did you like about your game? What did you learn?
I thought we made some adjustments between the first and second period, which allowed us to play a little cleaner, a little bit faster. They're a quick team. They're a smart team. They anticipate where pucks are going. They have good sticks. They can pick passes off, and when you're not moving fast and you're not executing well, they become even more effective, and we had to clean a few things up. I'd like to think that we can see some of that again tonight. One of the things that's real important for our group to understand is they will play in our end. They will roll around. They do it to every team in the league. They've got a lot of motion, D-man jumping down and through, and that's where they beat a lot of teams because panic sets in, and we'll have to play in our end. We'll have to play well in our end. But our group can't think that it's just the Oilers that they're doing it to. We handle that well, we'll be fine.
How tough is it to take the puck off back in the game?
How tough is it?
You stand behind the bench and you probably look at your players and like, how can you rag the puck?
Well, he number 99 that played here. No one could take the puck off of him, and no one could hit him, and no one. 88 has those same sense, that awareness, a spatial awareness, and who's coming, and how to roll off and protect himself and still make the plays. Now, I'm not saying Patrick Kane's Wayne Gretzky, but for years now, teams have been saying, let's be physical on him, let's catch him with his head down. That doesn't happen. He's very evasive, and he's got vision and hands at the same time. Not every player has that. Corpy will play tonight. Yep. Pete will do that later on today.
Is your penalty kill far better with Hendricks and Korpikoski on it? It's got an obvious question.
Yeah, Nuge even coming back, and our penalty kill's taken a hit over the last 3 weeks. Because teams are doing some good things, but in large part, I think, to some of the personnel that we've been having to use. We didn't train everybody at the beginning of the year to specialize in that area. We lost a number of penalty killers early, so back to the drawing board. I think getting these players back will help us, but again, they're just coming back, and Jordan Eberle's a good example of that. It's hard to come back 20 games in and catch up.
What, you look at Yakupov's line, from an offensive standpoint, what's a fair expectation for an offensive player like Nail playing with guys that maybe don't quite produce at that same level?
Well, if I went back and looked at the chances that Yak created in LA, I was happy with him. I thought Yak played real well with two guys that maybe don't normally create that much in comparison to some other games on the trip, so it's a real positive.
Is there a simplicity to those guys? Maybe a little bit more now north-south?
Could be, yeah. Yak's best games have been with Connor, north-south, fast, quick, make plays. Not so much bobbing and weaving, and I think that Letestu and Hendricks are straightforward guys. There's not a lot of drop passes or anything cute in their game, and maybe Yak will benefit from that. Again, I thought Yak's most dangerous game was in LA the other day. He had a number of chances, played well.
Do you look at him, Todd, to maybe be the offensive leader rather than everyone always talk about, well, who's going to get Yak going, and maybe he gets that line going?
Yeah, I think that's important. It can't just be Derek Roy or whoever, or Connor McDavid. Sometimes it has to be Yak that takes charge. He's 3-4 year pro now, 4 years I think it is, and sometimes you have to be the catalyst on the line instead of waiting for somebody else. But again, I thought he had a tremendous game in LA. with that group, and we're anticipating he can do it again.
Are you rotating Davidson and Reinhardt, is that two young guys, one's in, one's out?
No. No, you know, I don't know who you guys are anticipating playing, but we've got a group of 3 that will make a decision on at game time tonight, and we haven't determined yet as a staff who we're going to pull out, but we'll make that decision later on, and it's not that rotation. We'd like to keep, I use the word keep them alive, keep some of those young guys alive, don't let them get away on us with games for too long. But we'll make that decision a little later on tonight.
Is there an opening for Anders Nielsen to step up here and grab more playing time right now?
Opening for one of them. Yep, definitely. He's, you know, he's going to get a chance, but Cam's going to get a chance too. We're waiting for somebody to take it and go.